Once upon a time, in a kingdom of shimmering castles and golden sunsets, Princess Cinderella sat by her window, her chin resting on her hand. Though her palace was filled with glittering treasures and loving friends, she felt a tiny ache in her heart, a longing for something more. Her animal friends, Jack and Gus, scampered up to her, along with a pair of bluebirds chirping happily. "Your Highness," squeaked Jack, "you've got all this fancy stuff. Why the long face?" Cinderella smiled warmly. "Oh, it's not sadness, Jack. It's just, sometimes I wonder what's beyond the hills and forests. I feel like there's a whole world out there waiting for me to discover." As if answering her thoughts, a sudden breeze swept into the room. It swirled around her, carrying an enchanted golden leaf that sparkled like tiny stars. The leaf floated down and landed in her palm. As Cinderella turned it over, she gasped. Etched on its underside was a glowing map, a map of a magical jungle she had never seen before. "This looks like an invitation," Gus exclaimed, his eyes wide with excitement. Without hesitation, Cinderella packed a small bag of essentials and kissed her friends goodbye. A golden portal shimmered into existence in the courtyard, and with her heart racing in anticipation, she stepped through, her animal friends scurrying along behind her. On the other side of the portal, Cinderella found herself in a breathtaking jungle, alive with vibrant colors and strange, glowing plants. The air was warm and fragrant with the scent of blooming flowers. Birds with shimmering feathers flitted between the trees, and the vines seemed to whisper as they swayed gently. Suddenly, a cheeky little monkey with a tiny golden crown swung down from the treetops. Well, who do we have here?" the monkey asked, grinning. "You're not from around here, are you?" "I'm Cinderella," she said with a smile. "And who might you be?" "I'm Luma, the cleverest monkey in the jungle," he said, puffing out his chest. "And you're just in time. We've got a big problem. The jungle sapphire has gone missing. Without it, the heart of the jungle will fade, and everything you see here will wither away." "Missing?" Cinderella asked, her voice filled with concern. Luma nodded. "It's hidden deep within the jungle, behind 3 magical trials: courage, kindness, and wisdom. Only the pure of heart can retrieve it." Cinderella knelt down, gently holding Luma's paw. "Then let's not waste any time. Lead the way." The group soon arrived at a roaring river, its waters crashing furiously against jagged rocks. A massive crocodile named Chomp lounged on the riverbank, blocking the only bridge across. "Only the brave may cross this river," Chomp growled, his voice low and menacing. Cinderella stepped forward. "We're here to save the jungle. Will you let us pass?" Chomp narrowed his eyes. "Bravery is not about asking. It's about trust. Do you trust yourself enough to step into the unknown?" Cinderella hesitated for a moment but then took a deep breath. "I do." She reached out and placed her hand gently on Chomp's snout. The crocodile smiled, revealing rows of sharp teeth. "Well done, Princess. You have courage. You may cross." He stepped aside, and the group hurried over the bridge. Next, they entered a sunny grove filled with animals arguing beneath a massive mango tree. The squirrels wanted to collect all the fruit, while the parrots insisted the seeds needed to stay to grow new trees. "We'll never have enough," shouted a squirrel. "Without seeds, there'll be no more trees," squawked a parrot. Cinderella knelt down. "Friends, please listen." She thought carefully before speaking. What if the squirrels take the fruit they need now, and the parrots plant the seeds to grow more trees? That way, everyone has enough, not just for today, but for tomorrow, too. The animals paused, considering her words. Then, they cheered, grateful for the fair solution. As they worked together, a golden path appeared through the trees, glowing brightly. Finally, they arrived at a mysterious stone pillar deep in the jungle. Etched into it was a riddle. "To find what's lost, you must give what's near. The answer lies in your heart, not here." Luma scratched his head. "I don't get it. What do we give?" Cinderella thought about her journey, about what the jungle needed most. Then, she reached down and removed her enchanted glass slipper. "This slipper has always reminded me of my own journey," she said softly. "If I give it, maybe it will help the jungle find what it needs." As she placed the slipper on the stone, the pillar transformed into a glowing archway, revealing a hidden cave. Inside the cave, the jungle sapphire lay on a pedestal, its light flickering weakly. But before they could approach it, a shadowy figure emerged. "I am Whisper," it said, its voice soft and echoing. "You passed the trials, but why do you deserve the sapphire?" Cinderella stepped forward. "The sapphire doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the jungle and everyone who depends on it. I don't want it for myself. I want to return its light so the jungle can thrive again." Whisper studied her for a long moment, then bowed. "Your heart is pure. Take the sapphire." As Cinderella lifted the gem, it burst into brilliant light, filling the cave. The jungle outside transformed, flowers bloomed, rivers sparkled, and the animals cheered as the magic returned. Cinderella hugged Luma and her new friends. "Thank you for trusting me," she said. "I'll never forget this adventure." "You'll always be welcome in the jungle," Luma said, waving as she stepped back through the portal. Back in her castle, Cinderella placed the golden leaf on her bedside table. As she lay down, her heart felt full, not just with wonder, but with the joy of helping others. Her animal friends curled up beside her, and the kingdom rested under a peaceful moonlit sky.